Hey, so check this one out. This is something I get pretty excited about. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's dear to my heart. As I've mentioned before in other videos, this is how I guess, quote unquote, put myself on the map way back in the day, 10, 12, whatever year, long time ago. I don't even know. But let's dive in. Before we do that, though, make sure that you know that you can reach out to us anytime. Link below. Find out what we have cooking. We'd love to work with people that we align with. We take what we talk about here very seriously, and we'd love to work with you if you're a great fit. You can schedule a free call with us anytime. You'll probably talk directly with me, so that's okay. But nonetheless, check that out below, as well as some other ones that we felt were aligning with this as well. So let's dive in. So here's what we're talking about. We're talking about creating traffic and converting it, and we are in the midst of organic traffic in particular, okay? 3.1, organic, on the digital side. And then we come over here and we get to meetup.com specifically. And there's various other ways you could accomplish the same thing. You know, you could start a BNI group, or you could, whatever you want to do, right? The one that I did was related to me coming from the construction world, getting a real estate license. And I knew more about construction than most people. I had the degree, built a couple hundred houses, that whole deal. But then, or 100 houses, I'm sorry, built 100 in 2 years. So that's why I got the couple mixed up there. Sorry about that. But I had an interesting take on real estate when I first got my license, right? In the office that I was at, Your Casa Real Estate out of Denver, shout out to them because I love them dearly. They encouraged, in fact, they built their business, from what I understand, on giving away information, sharing what they know, and trying to help the community in a way that most other folks weren't. Okay, so they encouraged me to do the same. And I wasn't talking out of my hind end, at least most of the time, right? What I was doing is taking what I knew, and like I found a way to communicate with people that I wanted to talk to. And talk about the stuff that I cared about, which was more of the construction side of real estate, and share it with people that were interested. Okay, it helped me find my niche. So again, I mentioned this before, but what I did is I think it was 60 classes in 8 months, and over time, that's a lot. I don't know what the numbers are, but it's over one a week, I believe. Let's see, what do we have? 52 weeks in a year, but it's over 8. Anyway, carry the 3, but nonetheless, the point is, guys, that it was a lot. And so there's a lot of things in here that are very powerful to talk about. Number one is you just got to do it. Like, I was scared. I'm scared right now. This isn't my jam. Okay. But you got to get off. Like, who cares? If you guys think I'm an idiot, like, part of me cares a little bit just because I don't want to be hated. But on the other side, like, I don't care. I can't care. You have to have the same thing. Find out which one of these things is your jam and put yourself out there. Just go do it, right? The same conversation is going to happen here in a second when we talk about the paid side. On some level, you just have to commit. You have a responsibility to yourself, to your family, to your goals, to the whatever you believe in, to just get out there and do it. And who cares what people think? As long as you're in it for the right reasons, just do it. And that's why I liked what I did. I ended up really liking Meetup. I made a lot of mistakes in my career, still do every day. But at the end of the day, I don't have any regrets because I'm trying my best to do my best to help people. And this particular thing was a way for me to break out of my shell and gain that confidence. And it was an environment, like I said, at the real estate company, where it was encouraged. So what I did, again, just to get back here, sorry about that little rant, but what I did is I came from construction. I did traditional real estate, but also fix and flips and rentals and so on and so forth. So I talked about it. We were buying properties at the time. So we had weekly property tours, and we would go to a property that we owned that was under construction. And then we would go to a couple properties nearby that were foreclosures. This was in the foreclosure nonsense. We could get into them very easily. I was licensed, right? Could get into them very easily. And they were usually just piles of junk, right? Similar to what I had just purchased. And we would go into mine, talk about the construction that was going on in it, right? Look around, talk about it, spend a half hour there, and then we would go to one nearby that was foreclosed that they could potentially purchase. Now, I say this out loud, and I've said this before in another video, I believe, but when I say this, it feels sort of genius a little bit, like, duh, that's a great way to sell houses, right? But it happened totally by accident. I was doing classroom sessions, meaning in a room, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do one on site one day. And then it just took off. So the point here is that it happened by accident, but you're never going to figure out your accident if you don't start somewhere. Because I didn't start doing the property tours. I started in a room, okay? And then it evolved into this thing that turned into something. And before I knew it, gosh, 2 or 3 weeks in, there was 20 to 25 people showing up, every Wednesday at lunchtime. Okay, so, and you have control of your destiny in this situation. It's your group. Talk about whatever you want, whatever day of the week you want, whatever time of the day you want. People show up, great. If they don't, whatever, figure it out. Don't judge yourself too much and just keep going and use this platform for what it's worth. I'm going to pull up Denver real quick here. Actually, you can't see that. I'm sorry. But in a second here, what I'll do is I'll have a two-part of this where we dive in and look and meet up a little bit, right? And we poke around and we find ways where you can explore maybe your neighborhood. All right, so we're going to go to the next one. Thank you very much. Sorry about my little rant and my romantic affair here with meetup.com, but I'll see you on the next video in just a second. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure to click below for the next video. Bye-bye.